Welcome and thank you for watching this week's episode of the Real Talks with Doc. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and turn on those post notifications. If you find that this content is adding value to your real estate, your development, your renovation, your remodeling experience, please comment below.
So in this new year, what's the new updates? What's going on with Teabow?
Oh man, we got a lot going on with the company. We got a lot of changes that we're making in the company, just raising the standards of the company. We have a lot of great opportunities with the company. One opportunity I want to talk about first and foremost, and also give a shout out to my partner and the store manager, Anna Wynn, at your Home Depot Design Center. Nothing like your traditional Home Depot box stores that you walk into, but this design center is in Rockville, Maryland, which sits in Montgomery County. And at this design center, you will see a whole different store flow of different displays of high-end tile, high-end bathroom fixtures, high-end cabinetry, high-end appliances. It is Home Depot's flagship to compete with those like very unique stores like Post Nosa that have all these high-end products. Even Ferguson stores have these showrooms with these high-end products. So if you're in the area, I highly advise you go check it out and ask for the store manager, Anna Wynn, and tell her that Doc sent you, and she'll take you to their gourmet kitchen that they have center mass of the store on the first floor and give you a special treat that's waiting there for you from Doc. So again, ask for Anna Wynn at the Home Depot Design Center. Trust me, guys, if you're renovating, if you're remodeling, I don't care what level it's on, you gotta visit the store. You will, I'm telling you, never seen anything like it. When you walk into it, you won't even think it has anything to do with Home Depot. It's just that nice. And I'm not just hyping it. Please go there. I promise you, you'll find something that you will like. So that's one partnership that we forged. We are their service provider. That's the term they use. But we're their licensed Class A general contractor to install all of these high-end kitchens and bathrooms for clients that walk in without a contractor. And they need a trusted contractor. They need someone who can deliver on a high-end quality service. And guess what? Teabow has worked very hard to be in a position to consummate this relationship. So we already have done over 30 site assessments and site analysis is what the Home Depot store calls them since we started this partnership in October, and it's just now in January. So October, November, December, that's on average 10 new projects that we're going out, taking measurements for and engaging new clients, which we're really excited about because that is going to bring in a wave of kitchen and bathroom business for us to really just be in a position to give that client that beautiful space that they're going to enjoy for many years with their families to come.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So do we have any new build projects?
So shout out to Mayor Ray and the city of Cumberland. We're in the last meeting. Tomorrow is the last meeting of negotiations where the city is going to give us land. They're going to grant us land to develop to help beautify and gentrify the city of Cumberland, Maryland. There's over 20 lots that the city has cleared. They're repossessed, dilapidated homes that people just abandoned. And we've been selected as the premier general contractor to come in and build everything from duplexes to new single family built homes, all the way to townhomes. And we're very, very excited about that partnership as well. So Mayor Ray, Mayor of City of Cumberland, shout out to you and your executive cabinet because we have had great meetings with you all over the past few months. And we look forward to coming to your city to be a contributing factor to build these new homes.
Awesome, yeah. So any new information about the real estate arm you got going on?
Yeah, so real estate is shifting. I actually have some literature on my desk I need to read at this very moment. In terms of just understanding where we're going with these interest rates, everybody knowing that the Federal Reserve profoundly impacts the move and swing of how interest rates impact the home buying process and the home selling process. I mean, you can't sell a home and be in a predicament where you can't buy a home as your next move. And you can't be that first time home buyer where interest rates are high to the point where at one point you can afford a $600,000 property, and with interest rates almost doubling, that 600,000 property literally goes down to you only being able to afford about a $450,000 property. That's a big swing, and that can be very discouraging for some buyers. So I'll give you an update, I promise, next week, because I do have a market report to read on where we are with the state of real estate. So I'm always giving accurate, up-to-date information, which is critical in this industry.
Awesome. So we want to shift gears. For those who are looking to add additions to their home, we haven't really talked about that much, but with our partnership with Home Depot and having Teabow, just all these amazing real estate services we offer, what initial steps should homeowners take when considering an addition to their home?
Just, having a clear vision, and even if not a clear vision, but some type of vision of what they want that space to look like, what they want that space to feel like, and how they want their families to interact in that space on a daily basis. And that's very important. And two of the most important spaces and the most used spaces in a home is, think about it, the kitchen and the owner suite. You're always going to use the kitchen because you got to have somewhere to cook, you got to have somewhere to eat. And then secondly, if you own a house, then you the person that's going to need a bedroom to sleep in. And that bedroom is 100% of the time, I should say 99.9% of the time, because parents have some unique situations where they use, they move parents in and they give them bigger bedrooms. But 99.99% of the time, the owner of that house is taking the owner suite. So those are your two main spaces of the home. So when you start talking about kitchen and bathroom renovations, we're primarily talking about the main kitchen of the house, and we're talking about that owner's bathroom in the owner suite, and then everything is subsequent after that. So that's what we consult our clients on. Like, it's not my vision, it's not, what's on Pinterest, but what is your vision? And like, what's gonna make you happy and feel alive as you walk into this space that we're gonna beautify and we're gonna renovate or remodel for you. And that gives clients a great compass on, how they guide us in building these renderings and these models and these floor plans to give them the project that it goes beyond what they envision. And that's a beautiful thing to see come together.
Awesome. How do you determine if a home is structurally suitable for an addition?
Well, there are sometimes the way columns sit in the middle of a room, sometimes the way beam actually protrudes from the ceiling. We can pretty much look at that and tell if it's supporting some major structural load. And if the wall is load bearing, number one, we don't do any work without a permit. It's very important that you pull permits. Number two, not only is it very important that you pull permits, but it's also very important that you pass inspections once you pull those permits to properly close the project out. And before we get to any of that, we must do a thorough analysis of the site. So we bring in structural engineers where we cut into drywall and we cut into walls to make sure that the load is either load bearing, and we get the proper structural drawings so that we can renovate and remodel that space as the client desires safely, or it's not load bearing and it doesn't need a structural drawing, which wouldn't need a structural permit. We can still go in and modify and renovate that space to meet the client needs. So yeah, it's very important to know where your loads are in your home, because you can cause some catastrophic damage. You can cause like houses to collapse if you take out a load in the wrong point in the house, and it has happened. Just YouTube it. I'm sure you'll find plenty of videos on that.
For sure. So you mentioned permits. What permits and approvals are typically required for a home addition, and how can homeowners navigate this process?
You normally, on the standard for permits that you're going to have is the building permit. And sometimes you can have a building permit without your trade permits because you're not, adding any new trades. And when I say trades, you have three major trades. You have your mechanical that deals with your HVAC, your exhaust that goes from your exhaust fans in your bathrooms, your exhaust that goes from your exhaust and your kitchen hood that helps remove the fumes from the kitchen and transport those fumes to the exterior home. And any of your furnaces, any of your compressors, all of that falls under your mechanical HVAC permit that must be pulled by a licensed HVAC technician. And then you have your electrical permit. Of course, Or electrical means anything pertaining to electrical that will fall under that permit, and then you have your plumbing permit. Anything that falls under plumbing will go under that plumbing permit. So you have, on average, those common 4 permits that you need in a major renovation project. In a small minor renovation project where you're not touching trades, you can just get away with the building permit. So you got your building, mechanical, electrical, plumbing. Remember that, BMEP. BMEP. Building, mechanical, electrical, plumbing. Building, mechanical, electrical, plumbing. BMAP is your mnemonic device to remember that.
That's good. Can you provide a breakdown of the different costs associated with the home addition project?
Yeah, so don't go get the guys stand out in front of Home Depot and think that you're gonna accurately compare what they're bidding you to a licensed Class A, high quality, proven track record construction company. And we run into this all the time. The Home Depot guys is just trying to get a quick job, whether it's big or small, get a quick hustle, get in and out of job, and I hope he finishes the job. If not, disappear in the middle of the job because you've given them too much money. We see that all the time, and we don't want to talk about those prices. We want to talk about real costs that a operating company, a professional operating company have. First of all, you have your labor costs, and your labor costs is what it's going to take to actually do the labor of the work. It's your material costs plus taxes. Right now we use 8.65%, and it's because we go between, like some states like Virginia, they double tax you on certain things. So there's a multiplier for that on top of your material costs. And then you have your overhead, right? You know, your general conditions that would include what we have to pay our administrative staff to process your paperwork, our insurance that we carry, fuel charge, all of that will go into your general conditions. And then it is customary, it is normal for a company to have markup in their work. So you got a 4th cost, and that markup is the profit margins that the company looks to gain from completing that project. And markup can be anywhere from as low as 10% to as much as 25%. And that's the range for industry norm. So you have an additional markup on the total cost of the project. So those are your 4 common costs you should look for when working with the contractor. And that contractor should be transparent in those costs. We itemize things line by line so that clients can see exactly what we're charging them and that we're not overcharging them for material. So we give clients cost allocations for finished material so they'll know exactly what they have in their budget, which really makes for a tremendously smooth process, a transparent process, and clients not being confused if they can get a $2,000 toilet versus a $250 toilet, right? We spell that out, and it's our job to properly advise them on what they should anticipate, how we deliver our services, and how we execute those services at a high level that at minimum meets the client expectation, if not 99% of the time exceeds. I'm on that 99% thing this morning. But yeah, Kay, those are your costs that you normally have.
Okay, awesome. So what factors should homeowners consider when choosing materials for addition to ensure durability and aesthetic cohesion?
So a lot of times, Floor & Decor, shout out to them. We got a big corporate account with them. But if you read the labels on flooring, for instance, it'll tell you the durability rate. So a lot of these floorings have ratings on it, like, and how thick they are. Same thing with tile. So if you just, take the time and just kind of like read those little numerical values that you see on a lot of these tags when you're in these flooring stores, it'll tell you the strength and how it compares to a similar product that's directly in that same aisle. So look for those tags because those tags are pretty informative and they're pretty accurate, to be honest, right? We can tell a level 2 product versus a level 5 product in the hardness and the durability of a floor. Like when we install it and, after a client has moved in and after we come back for our 30-day, you can see the difference. So those tags are pretty accurate.
Okay, awesome. So now I want to jump into the craftsmanship, just to close out our craftsmanship as Teabow as we go out and we do these additions, we do these renovations. Can you speak to how important that is for us? And we want to make sure what we do be our last. So can we speak to that?
No, we stand by our product. And look, I'll be the first to admit that we don't get it 100% right. No contractor does, and if he says he does, he's lying, especially if you're a big company, because there are things we manage and there are things we train on, but at the end of the day, we trust and believe in our workers to get it right. And when they don't, we have ways to self-correct that, and we have ways to remove people out of these positions if they're just not getting it. Because it's also our job as leaders in this industry to build leaders within our organization first so that we can be most impactful in the industry. So we stand by our product, right? And when things don't go right, clients know that they can escalate that to the foreman or the site superintendent. And if they still think that things are not moving the way they would like, all my clients have my information directly, and we will get it right. So we have a 30-day checkup. So after we close out every project, we follow up with our clients 30 days. They don't have to prompt us. We got a calendar reminder that prompts the front office to reach out to the client, make sure everything's going well with their project. We have a 60-day check-in. We have a 90-day check-in. And then we check in 1 year later to make sure that the client is not forgetting that their property has a full 1 year warranty on any work that we install. And we take that seriously because that's why we train our staff to make sure that we do the job right with the highest level of quality, because we have to stand by our product. So that's our process. That's our simple, basic, generic, fundamental process. And it's proven to be very effective, which has put us in a place where our clients always use us. Again, probably 9 out of 10 clients always call us back to do more work and make us a general contractor for life. The other 1 out of 10, sometimes they move out of areas, sometimes they sell, but most of the time 9 out of 10 clients call us back because we really thrive on letting clients know that you're not just a client for this project, but you're a client for life, and we're going to take care of you as such. So we've been able to build a great business. We've been able to build a great web presence with excellent 5-star reviews. And it's just been a blessing and an honor to be in a situation where we, as a company, we really get that. It's all about providing a stellar, world-class quality service for any client that we're fortunate to serve as a company.
Awesome. So with that being said, what words of wisdom you got for us in this new year?
Oh, so I got this new planner for 2024, and it is, in the words of my dude, 18 Clutch. It has a quote every day, and it says, people will find time for the things that are important to them. And the things that are not so important, guess what they find? Excuses. Great quote for the day. So look, make it matter. And if it doesn't matter, tell people it doesn't matter. Don't give them excuses, and don't make promises that are not important to you. Your time is too valuable. You should respect it. You should make people respect it. And you should be a person of your word. Again, things that are important to you, you will find time to make them matter. And those things that are not, you're going to find excuses, right? And excuses are tools of incompetence that builds monuments of nothingness. Those who seldom use them often amount to anything. Don't use excuses. Use results and see how your life changes. It's a powerful thing to understand. Till next time, I'll see you at our next construction site. Happy New Year.